Hello everyone, welcome back to another video from DronaHQ. My name is Shibam Dhar, developer advocate at DronaHQ, and today I'm going to showcase you all how to use WebSockets, especially with DronaHQ. And we will also see how to use our one of the newest component we have in at the platform known as custom control, which has so many features which you can explore to build your own website or application. So before we dive into using WebSockets in DronaHQ, let us understand what our WebSockets are. So it's a communication protocol which you provides a full duplex connection over a single shared channel with continuous connection between client and the server. And the main part of this whole WebSocket is its timely update of the data, and everything is real time basis, whatever the data it is coming from one client to the server. And of course it is a two-way interaction between client and the server. So to implicate or to apply WebSocket, we have to understand how does it work. So working of WebSocket is basically divided into three parts. First is the handshake, where you establish the connection with the WebSocket endpoint URL. So the handshake, it's much like a HTTP request which is being made, and once that is done and the connection is done with the URL, the handshake is completed. And the second part is data frames, request which we send given as the data frames, and the data frames can be in terms of text or in can be also be binary values, and they are very small packets. And the finally will be the closing of the whole connection. Now this closing can be done from the client as well as the server side, depending on how the your functionality has been built. Okay, so that's it about WebSocket. Now let's see like how does it work in a very practical use in our DronaHQ platform. So I'll quickly go over to DronaHQ. So this is our platform, and right here I'll open up an app. You can create your own app, like just click and create app and provide some details. So this is the blank app, and here we will first see how to establish a connection. So going to the screen events, in under the screen open section, I'll add a simple JS code. Now the idea behind using this JS code is mainly to understand these three segment which we just talked about. So right here we will see how you can create a connection with a WebSocket and provide a message and also close the connection. We need to add the URL where we want secure a connection as a WebSocket. So this is the sample WebSocket URL, echo.websocket. It is a open WebSocket URL. You can try it out on your own also. The first event listener what I'm going to use is to make sure that the WebSocket connection has been established. Great. So this particular event is like whenever the event has been approached, it will open up and it will provide a console that okay, WebSocket connection has been established. Similarly, we will have a message to send, we will have an error to handle, and then finally we will have a close connection message. So now we have the message that once the WebSocket connection is been established, then provide this message, a message from the server, and it will have event.data. Now let's handle the error. Now this will, in case if we find any sort of error while using the WebSocket or getting into the connection with the WebSocket, it will throw us the error, what kind of error we are getting. So WebSocket error, then colon. Next, finally, we need to close the connection. Okay, great. So once the close has been set, it will automatically close and it will send us a message that WebSocket connection has been closed. Okay, now let's try this out, and I'll quickly open my console log. Okay, and let me clear this. Okay, so once that's cleared, I've also fixed I've provided some of the comments right here. As you can see that this event lister is just for to open that, and then we are also sending a test message to the server that okay, socket.send hello server, just in case if the connection is successful. And next part is socket.add event listener. It is for receiving message from the server, and then event listener for connection errors, event listener for when the connection is closed. Okay, so try to test, time to test it. Let's click on test. Okay, awesome. So the first thing is that we are getting WebSocket connection established, and then the message from the server is also we are getting that message from server event or data, and then message from the server hello server. Okay, so everything is working fine, and I think it's good to go. Okay. So now that we have seen that how to establish a connection with WebSocket, now let's see what the custom control is all about. Now custom control is like a new component which we have, and you can find it in the all the other components have been listed. This custom control provides you a whole interface, enables you to write your own code and build your own custom control and pass on the data between the control as well as the app. So whatever you are doing and creating on a simple HTML page, you can do it similar on the custom control. So, and to know more about it, to know more about its events, associated functions and keywords, you can just go to the docs of DronaHQ and select and search for custom control. You will see that there are many things described and explained about this particular control. So going back to the DronaHQ platform, I'm on my screen too. I'll simply go here and search for custom, and there is we have custom control. Now you see that the custom control doesn't has any of its own event, but if you go to its property section, you will see that under the properties you will have write your own code, and it has all the HTML, then style, and all the other tags which you usually do write on an HTML file. So basically you will have the option to provide an input types, whether it is single or select, and also add your custom events. So you can add your own events like this, and also can delete them. Okay, so we will see how our custom control component and WebSockets create screen which will give me real-time values of currency pairs using live market data. So how to do that? So starting with, we will create the UI of this custom control. Now I'll just copy and paste, and you will see the changes are being made on this particular control. So first let's just delete whatever is present here. Okay, now to start with, let's add the body and the header part with added CSS. Awesome. So you can see that it is a real-time crypto price updates, and there is an input tag provided which user will be able to provide the crypto pairs, and there is a button to start the connection, and there is a button to clear and close the connection, which we just saw in the previous part of this video. Okay, now in this after output, the next part is, let me open up this code a little bit more. Okay, so this is the whole ID which we get. Okay, so right now I want to add the scripts which will handle the whole WebSockets. Okay, so the scripting is done very much straightforward. Is that we are using the WebSocket URL of Binance, and you can see that I'm getting the elements using the document.get element output. So I'm fetching the data by providing an event listener and getting the data from the input tag, and using the user input to send the message to the WebSocket. And to do that, you can see this function right here, that it is using a stream URL of Binance endpoint, and also it is sending over a detail. So you can see there is a symbol to lowercase and then trade. So this is like the endpoint where we have to hit the data with, and to pass the data I'm using this add event listener message segment, which is having a display message price update for this part. So whatever the user is providing as an input to the application, it has been passed as a message. Okay, so then we have an error to handle, and then finally close. So this close also add an event listener is being added to this. Everything will be called later on. So get element, start button, getting the element simple symbol input and trim value and passing it. Or if the crypto is not valid, so if the pair is not searchable, then I'm also providing a message that please enter a valid crypto pair. Okay, so now it's time to see how does it work and how does it look. Okay, so it looks the same. I mean, we have already added the header and the body previously, but let's see how does it work. So I click on preview. And let's click on start. You see, you saw that. I mean, it just took a microsecond to create and establish a connection, send the message, and retrieve the data whatever I want to see. So I mean, it is giving me the BTC versus the USDT pair, and you can see that the data is just going on. It is not stopping. So I'll just clear and close. I mean, I want to put emphasis on the part where it is not restricted that you will be able to use WebSocket just using the custom control or using in the custom JavaScript. So there are options like using custom scripts where you can mention your JS objects globally, and this can be run like in any of the screen. And the next part is library import. And just in case if you are already using WebSockets, you already know that there are certain libraries using and implementing WebSockets very much easier. And to use that on DronaHQ platform, you can simply import these libraries. You can come here, provide the file URL, click on import, and just like this, I've already imported one file library known as socket.io, and you will be able to use it while writing JavaScript like in throughout this app and any of the screen in any of the action flow. That's it for the video. I hope you liked it and the idea of using WebSocket with DronaHQ. And just in case if you want to see more about such topics or you have more ideas which you want me to cover by using DronaHQ, do let me know in the comment. And if you're watching this video till now, make sure to like and subscribe this channel. Thank you, and see you again in the next video.